That's me flying in a bubble, which is the newest vehicle in the latest update of Brookhaven. Yes, Brookhaven just updated! And I will show everything that came out in this new update. I even have some secrets to show all of you. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy Brookhaven updates. Look at that over there. I'm already here in the latest Brookhaven update. And look at the big castle that came with this one. They even have fireworks over there. Woohoo! Yeah, from what I understood, this update is related to the new Wicked movie that's coming out. Let's start here on the left. We can see the saloon. Even if you click on the signs, they spin like this. And this one here is the so-called salon, which is a beauty salon. So if we want, we can just sit. We can even stay here and keep making changes to our hair's appearance. There is even animation for the hairdresser. And not only that, there are also several clothes here that you can just click and take. Yeah, I'm just not sure if this looks good on me. But besides all these clothes that we can wear, there is also a magic wand. Let me test this here. I can even make an animation. Look, let's test another. It's sort of like an animation for us to do magic tricks, right? Then there's this other totem here that leaves me with a beautiful crown like Glinda's. Also, on this side, there are other clothes, but this time they are witch costumes. To be honest, both are witches, but this head and dress look much more like one. There is this witch's broom that gives us the power to spin it in this amazing animation here. Everything here is magical. Not even mentioning all those other clothes that must be references to the movie. It is interesting. There's even the salon machine that seems to be used for changing hair color. Look at how I ended up with this green hair. It didn't turn out so great, so let's see something else. Here on the right, there's a place where we can get these kinds of newspapers right here. If we decide to read those newspapers, we will notice that they are talking about the Wicked Witch of the West and the Good Witch of the East. Entering this door, we can see that there is not much to see here. Apparently, it is quite empty. We have a tent here with flower pots, plants, and besides that, there's also this other tent here that has cupcakes and things to eat. And it doesn't stop there because this place still has a lot to see and explore. First, let's look at the things that are at the beginning. Like, for example, this place that has many other clothes we can wear too. Look at this outfit, dude. It's like a jester's outfit. Haha, very funny. They even have the Academy uniforms that they went to as well. And these other clothes here, look. I think these are from the Wizard of Oz. Look, it seems like a new item type was added. If I'm not mistaken, this is a scroll rolled up just like the one in the first movie. Then there is this other place here that seems to be a seller's room. And exactly here on these podiums, we can see several houses that apparently will be unlocked in about 6 or 7 days. Interesting. Look, there's even a speaker right here. This item here is definitely new too. Now here at the beginning, we also have another tent. It looks like this time it's an apple stand. I don't know, I can't understand what this is. To me, it just seems like some kind of light. I also found this bike cut with some things around it. I can't believe it. Apparently we can drive it too. Look, it's like a new vehicle. Let us know what you think about this new update. Look, there's a magic tree right at the beginning. What if we click right here? It looks like I made her spin much faster. It looks like something from the movie is on this TV. Now if we go to this portal, I am certainly curious about where the portal will take us. Wow, it took us to a completely different game. What a crazy place we are in. Several mountains, and right there in front is the same castle they built in Brookhaven. What a crazy thing, and I haven't even touched on what we can do. We can literally fly inside those rings on our magic broom. I'll come back here another time and we can test everything in this other game. And let's go back here to Brookhaven to find out everything that came out in this new update. Let's go inside the castle and see what's here. Are there any new secrets? From what I've seen so far, nothing yet. Here I only see some torches and some kind of temple too. And look at this door opening by itself. Wow, what kind of weird face is that? This is crazy. I just remembered what it is. This claustrophobic place is the room to talk to the Wizard of Oz. This place is bizarre. Let's go inside his head. Look at all this. I bet this must be the place where he does his witchcraft. Also, because right here on top there are some colors, and what exactly does that do? Got it. I can't believe I found out. It seems like he changes everything that goes on in here. This is so crazy. And besides that, there are other buttons here. Buttons for smoke, others to control the fire. Returning here to the beginning of the game and coming here to this place, there is a coffee tent. So here are several cups of coffee you can take. That's not even very interesting, since what is really more interesting seems to be this button that it seems like we spawned this train. Look at the size of that, my god. It really is a new train, and it seems like you can drive it all over Brookhaven without any problem at all. Let's speed up this train here, right? Just add stage 3 turbo. Look at this, dude. It's a giant and fast train. This is so crazy, my god. Well, I didn't expect this update to launch a train. Here on the side where we took the train, there's this door that when we pass through here, we are teleported to this upper part. Strangely, if we keep walking here on the top, there isn't much to see. There is only this place here where you can sit and enjoy the view. I'm here on another floor and there isn't much here either. And climbing up these stairs, apparently there is also nothing interesting. Could there be a new house in this new update? It seems they actually added one. That's it. This is the newest house in this new update. As you can see, it is a house with the colors of Glinda and Elphaba. One part pink and the other green. The pink side has many pretty and cute places spaces here. We have books, we have a kitchen, as well as a place to leave boxes. And now if we go to the other side, things should be quite different. At least I think so. The walls are starting to turn green. And we have television, sofa. There's much more, of course, like this room to write things. There's even a notebook here where we can write something. Now, is this house hiding any secrets from us? There probably is. Let's go up here to see if we find out anything. Here are some clothes just like the castle we had entered, which is probably supposed to be the rooms, right? Look how cute. It's literally like their room. Elphaba's side seems more natural with various plants and that sort of thing. Now, if we go to Glinda's side, we can see that it's much cuter than the other. If it is not obvious, all green is supposed to be Elphaba's and all pink is Glinda's. Apparently, this one is their bathroom. It's a pretty standard bathroom, nothing unusual here. By the way, let me test something. What happens if I try to change the color of the house? That's interesting. They only let us choose between a few shades of green and pink. Let's try here, pink, huh? It seems that these colors only change the top part of the house, not the whole thing. Moreover, as you saw, this new vehicle was added here, which seems to be a type of bicycle, with several suitcases, probably from Glinda. Yeah, and besides all those things, new items were also added here in the game. One of them being this new torch, which has all this bizarre lighting on it. I really liked it. Along with her, there are also these animations of raising the torch, moving the torch. Also, there is this magic broom that, as we have seen, unfortunately cannot fly. There are these little animations right here. We also have the magic wand and the newspaper. Additionally, opening the prop box, we also have these new props here from the latest updates. Among them is this very strong green light right here. There's this really weird drink which turns you green like Elphaba when you take a sip. There's also that strange light from before. They also put this thing that plays music you can apparently sing along to. Look at this, dude. I'm singing quite well. I'm still all green, which is quite strange. Besides that, there's this record player right here. They also decided to add this here, which apparently is some kind of super old photo-taking camera. This one is really old. Also, there's this book too. They also added this podium here, which apparently has other things to read. Look at that. Looks like they're newspapers or some kind of really old magical recipes. Pretty bizarre, actually. And finally, there are the letters, besides the poster of Glinda and also of Elphaba. Now, my next goal will be to find the hidden safe inside the new witch's house. That is, if she really has a safe, right? Let's look inside all the walls here and finally find out if this house hides a safe or even secrets. Look, it seems like I found it. The safe is behind this bookshelf. Let's try to get in and see where the secret button is to open the book and access the safe. Look, it seems that the button is right here. Just click and boom, I'm right next to the safe. So it seems that none of the witches bothered to hide it properly. Besides the secret safe, apparently something else hidden here is secret. Right here behind this gigantic palace. We just need to head this way with this torch and we'll find another floor. Look, this floor here is different from the one in Brookhaven. Then if you open the backpack and take out the sleeping bag, coming right here in the corner of all this and putting the bag exactly here, we will stop underneath the palace. Or maybe not. But look, I found out there's like a secret place right underneath here. Look, it's really bizarre and strange. You can probably get there by plane. Let's go, I got a jet here. Now let's try to reach that secret place under the palace. Look, it seems like this one here is the place from the palace, guys. So this would be the bottom part. Let's go, I really hope we can get there. Apparently it won't work. But look, for those who are curious about how the underside is, it's exactly like this. There's even this sign here that I don't know if you all remember, but it's from a previous update. This time I will try to climb as high as possible here in this castle. Wow, it looks like right up ahead is Glinda's famous sofa in her bubble. And right behind there's much more stuff. Let's see if we can make it there. Now I understand. Here on the side of this weird big head on the right there's a staircase, folks. Yeah, and going up here should probably take me to that place. Yes, look where I am. This here is Glinda's room. So everything here is cute, pink and nice. Here at the front, of course, is Glinda's famous sofa in her bubble. What if you sit on it? Wow, they made a floating bubble for us. That's crazy. Haha, I've never seen them do that before. Perhaps you didn't even know that she flew in that bubble. Well, let's say this would be like an airplane. The thing is, it is completely free, which is amazing. Alright, let's leave that aside and keep looking at what's inside here. It seems that going up these stairs, we can go somewhere else. Look, the elevator just came down here. Let's stay up here and he's taking me to the top part, where is a room that is completely alphabized. Here we have many potions, witch stuff, you know? Many strange things for sure. And besides that, there's another staircase here that takes me further up. And here we finally reach the highest point of the castle. Here at the top of the castle, there are more books and a couch. And of course, there had to be the famous witch's broom. You can fly on it too. Alright, that's cool. You can fly like Glinda and Elphaba now. I love that. And that's so cool. It works just like the helicopter too. We can speed up or even slow it down. And of course, fly all over the Brookhaven map with this broom. Guys, leave a comment on what you think about this new update. Hey guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the become a member button and then I'll add you on Roblox.